In every moment of our lives, we are faced with the timeless questions of fate and freedom. Are our lives destined to unfold in a specific way? Or do we have the power to shape our own paths? These questions have intrigued humanity for centuries, pushing us to search for signs, answers, and even glimpses into the future. Some turn to ancient wisdom, others to science, while many seek the guidance of prophets, believing that certain individuals possess the ability to see beyond the present into the unknown. Among the most famous figures associated with prophecy is Nostradamus, a 16th-century French astrologer and seer whose name is still widely recognized today. His written works, particularly his book Les Prophecies, have captivated generations, drawing attention for their cryptic and often ambiguous predictions. People from all corners of the world have pondered over his quatrains, wondering if he could foresee events like the rise and fall of empires, natural disasters, and even the course of world wars. But the question remains, was Nostradamus a true prophet? Or did his predictions simply reflect the natural human desire to make sense of an uncertain future? Before we continue exploring the fascinating world of prophecy and the future, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our upcoming content. Your support means a lot. Nostradamus. Born Michel de Nostradamus on December 14, 1503, in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France, is one of the most famous figures in the history of prophecy and astrology. His name has become synonymous with the mysterious art of predicting the future, and his writings continue to fascinate and intrigue scholars, enthusiasts, and skeptics alike. The life and legacy of Nostradamus are intertwined with a sense of mystique, as his predictions have been interpreted in countless ways over the centuries, often applied to major historical events and even modern-day occurrences. To truly understand his influence, it is essential to explore his life, the circumstances surrounding his predictions, and how his work has impacted both the world of prophecy and the broader cultural imagination. Nostradamus's early life was marked by significant academic achievement. He initially studied medicine at the University of Avignon, and later in Montpellier, where he earned his doctorate. This background in medicine would later influence his approach to astrology and his understanding of human nature. However, it wasn't long before he turned away from a career in medicine, seeking other avenues that would help him make a mark in history. His personal experiences, including the loss of his first wife and children to the plague, deepened his interest in the study of astrology, herbal remedies, and the occult, all of which would come to define his career. In the 1550s, Nostradamus began to write his famous prophecies, which were compiled in a book titled Les Prophecies, the Prophecies. This work, first published in 1555, consisted of 10 sets of 100 quatrains, short, four-line verses that offered cryptic and often ambiguous predictions of future events. These quatrains covered a wide range of topics, from political upheavals to natural disasters, and even personal tragedies. The most remarkable aspect of these writings was their vague and poetic nature, which allowed for broad interpretations. As a result, Nostradamus's prophecies have been applied to countless events in history, with many believers asserting that he predicted everything from the rise of Napoleon to the September 11th attacks. One of the reasons Nostradamus's work has endured for so long is its open-endedness. The ambiguity of his quatrains, which were often written in a mixture of Latin, French, Greek, and other languages, meant that they could be reinterpreted over time to fit new events. As history unfolded, new readers found new meanings in his verses, and Nostradamus's work became a living text, continuously reshaped to match contemporary concerns and global crises. Moreover, the historical context of Nostradamus's life plays a crucial role in understanding the themes of his prophecies. The 16th century was a period of great uncertainty. Europe was rife with political intrigue, religious conflict, and wars. Particularly the wars between Catholic and Protestant factions. The Black Death had recently swept through Europe. And natural disasters, such as famines and plagues, were constant threats to survival. In such a turbulent environment, the human need for answers and assurances about the future was intense. Nostradamus's work offered a sense of order in the midst of chaos, allowing people to feel that the unpredictable events of their time were part of a larger cosmic design. Nostradamus's influence extends beyond the realm of prophecy. His work has had a lasting impact on the world of astrology, as well as literature, popular culture, and even politics. His ability to foresee events with such precision, at least in the eyes of his followers, turned him into an icon of both wisdom and mystery. In the centuries following his death in 1566, Nostradamus's name became synonymous with prophetic insight. His writings were widely read and interpreted, particularly during times of social upheaval, such as during the French Revolution, the rise of Napoleon, and World War II. In the modern era, Nostradamus's prophecies continue to captivate audiences worldwide. His influence is evident in everything from best-selling books and movies to conspiracy theories and popular internet discussions. Some view Nostradamus as a visionary, while others dismiss his predictions as the result of chance or deliberate vagueness. Still, his legacy as a prophet remains intact, and his name is invoked whenever major events unfold that seem to echo his cryptic verses. Whether one believes in the accuracy of his predictions or not, it is undeniable that Nostradamus's influence on the collective imagination has been profound. His writings have inspired generations of thinkers, artists, and leaders, providing a lens through which people can interpret their place in the world and the future that lies ahead. In the next section, we will explore some of the most famous predictions attributed to Nostradamus and examine whether they truly came to pass, or if they were simply a product of human interpretation and coincidence. Nostradamus's career as a prophet has been the subject of intense debate and controversy for centuries. While some regard him as a visionary who could foresee the future with remarkable accuracy, others argue that his work is a combination of vague language, coincidence, and misinterpretation. The ambiguity of his quatrains, the enigmatic nature of his predictions, and the frequency with which they have been reinterpreted to fit new historical events have fueled ongoing discussions about the legitimacy and reliability of his prophecies. These controversies surrounding his prophetic career reflect broader questions about the nature of prophecy, the role of the occult in shaping human understanding, and the human tendency to seek patterns and meaning in the midst of uncertainty. One of the most significant points of contention regarding Nostradamus's prophecies is the question of whether they were truly predictive in nature or if they were simply general statements that could be applied to a variety of situations. Nostradamus's quatrains, often written in a cryptic and poetic style, have been interpreted in countless ways over the years. The vagueness of his predictions allows for a wide range of possible interpretations, which can be adapted to fit any number of historical events. Critics argue that this ambiguity means that Nostradamus's predictions are essentially meaningless, as they can be retroactively applied to anything that happens. For example, the famous quatrain that supposedly predicted the rise of Napoleon could just as easily apply to other political leaders throughout history. This flexibility in interpretation has led to accusations of post-diction, the idea that Nostradamus's predictions were not made before events occurred, but rather were crafted in such a way that they could be reinterpreted after the fact to fit the events. Supporters of Nostradamus, however, argue that his ability to predict major events such as the rise of Napoleon or the Great Fire of London is evidence of his extraordinary foresight. They suggest that Nostradamus had access to secret knowledge, possibly through astrology or divine insight, which allowed him to glimpse into the future. However, the fact that his quatrains are so open-ended complicates the matter, as it is difficult to prove definitively whether he actually foresaw these events or if they were simply a matter of chance. Another controversy surrounding Nostradamus's prophetic career is the question of his true intentions. Some scholars argue that Nostradamus did not intend to predict specific historical events but rather sought to offer general advice or warnings to future generations. His work, in this view, serves as a moral guide, offering cautionary tales about the dangers of political instability, war, and other societal crises. This interpretation suggests that Nostradamus's prophecies were meant to encourage people to be vigilant and prepared for the uncertainties of the future, rather than to offer a detailed roadmap of events yet to come. In addition to debates over the content of his prophecies, Nostradamus's methods have also been a source of controversy. As an astrologer, Nostradamus relied heavily on the stars, planets, and celestial movements to guide his predictions. In a time when astrology was widely regarded as a legitimate science, his reliance on astrological charts and calculations was seen as groundbreaking. However, as scientific knowledge evolved, particularly with the rise of modern astronomy, many of Nostradamus's astrological methods were discredited. Critics argue that his reliance on astrology, which is based on the belief that celestial bodies influence human affairs, undermines the credibility of his work. From a modern scientific perspective, astrology is considered pseudoscience, and many dismiss Nostradamus's predictions as unscientific or even nonsensical. Adding to the controversy was Nostradamus's association with the occult and his reputation as a mysterious figure. In addition to his work as an astrologer, Nostradamus was also a practitioner of the occult arts, including alchemy, divination, and the study of arcane knowledge. These associations contributed to his enigmatic reputation and made him a figure of both reverence and suspicion. In the 16th century, the practice of astrology and other occult arts was viewed with skepticism by the Catholic Church, which often condemned such activities as heretical. Nostradamus's work was thus considered controversial not only because of its content but also because of the mystical and esoteric nature of his methods. Despite these controversies, Nostradamus's influence only grew after his death. His writings were posthumously compiled and published, and over time, his quatrains became the subject of intense scrutiny and interpretation. His name became synonymous with prophecy, and people began to look to his work for guidance during times of crisis. Throughout history, Nostradamus's prophecies have been linked to major world events, from the rise of Adolf Hitler to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And many of his followers continue to believe that his predictions offer insight into future developments. The modern media, particularly books, films, and television, have helped to perpetuate the mystique surrounding Nostradamus, ensuring that his name remains well known to this day. However, the controversies surrounding Nostradamus's prophecies are far from resolved. Skeptics continue to argue that his predictions are nothing more than elaborate generalities, while others insist that his work contains hidden truths waiting to be uncovered. In the age of information, where the internet allows for the rapid spread of ideas and interpretations, the debate over Nostradamus's legacy and the accuracy of his predictions is likely to continue for years to come. Whether one believes in the accuracy of Nostradamus's prophecies or dismisses them as mere coincidence, it is clear that his impact on the world of prophecy and popular culture is undeniable. His name remains synonymous with the mysterious and the unknown, And his work continues to intrigue and inspire people around the world. As the world enters the year 2025, humanity faces a range of unprecedented challenges that demand immediate attention and action. From geopolitical tensions to climate change, technological advancements to social inequalities, the global landscape is marked by complexity and uncertainty. The events that unfold in this year could have lasting impacts on the course of history, shaping the world for generations to come. As we look ahead, it is essential to understand the pressing issues that will define the year, the forces that drive them, and the potential paths to resolving these challenges. One of the most urgent challenges facing the world in 2025 is the ongoing battle against climate change. Despite significant efforts in recent years to address global warming, the effects of climate change continue to escalate. Rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and rising sea levels are already taking a toll on vulnerable communities and ecosystems worldwide. In 2025, it is expected that these impacts will intensify, with regions like the Arctic experiencing unprecedented warming, and countries in the global south suffering from more frequent and severe droughts, floods, and storms. The urgency of reducing carbon emissions and transitioning to renewable energy sources has never been more critical. However, political will, economic interests, and international cooperation remain significant obstacles to meaningful progress. In response to this, governments and organizations worldwide are under pressure to meet ambitious climate goals set by international agreements like the Paris Agreement. These agreements aim to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with a target of 1.5 degrees Celsius. However, achieving these goals requires swift action, technological innovation, and a transformation of industries that have long been dependent on fossil fuels. While some countries have made strides in adopting renewable energy and sustainable practices, others continue to prioritize economic growth over environmental sustainability, leading to a disjointed global effort. In 2025, the challenge lies not just in setting ambitious targets but in ensuring that all nations, particularly the wealthier ones, fulfill their commitments. Alongside climate change, geopolitical tensions remain a dominant feature of the global landscape. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has already had significant repercussions, not only for Europe but for the broader international order. As Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues into 2025, the possibility of escalation remains high, with the potential for further instability in Eastern Europe. The war has triggered a global energy crisis, with skyrocketing prices and disruptions to supply chains. It has also intensified political polarization, with countries divided over how to respond to Russia's actions. In 2025, the international community will face difficult choices about how to support Ukraine while avoiding further escalation and potential conflict with nuclear-armed powers. At the same time, tensions in the Asia-Pacific region are on the rise, particularly between China and the United States. The competition for global influence, control over trade routes, and access to resources has led to an increasingly confrontational stance between the two powers. The South China Sea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong remain flashpoints for potential conflict. And the struggle for dominance in emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, 5G, and quantum computing has added another layer of complexity. In 2025, the relationship between China and the US will continue to evolve, and diplomatic efforts will be crucial to managing this rivalry and avoiding a new Cold War. Simultaneously, global health remains a critical concern, with the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic still affecting many regions. While the world has made progress in managing the spread of the virus and vaccinating populations, The social and economic effects of the pandemic are far-reaching. In 2025, the recovery from COVID-19 is expected to continue. But there are growing concerns about new health crises, including potential pandemics and the resurgence of other infectious diseases. The pandemic highlighted the vulnerabilities of global healthcare systems, particularly in lower-income countries, and the need for better preparedness and cooperation in the face of future health threats. In 2025, public health infrastructure, vaccine distribution, and international collaboration will be key to ensuring that the world is better equipped to handle future health emergencies. Social inequalities, 2. Remain a pressing issue in 2025. Despite significant advances in human rights and social justice, the gap between rich and poor continues to widen, both within countries and between them. Inequalities in wealth, access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities persist, leading to social unrest and instability. The rise of populist movements, fueled by economic dissatisfaction and cultural divisions, threatens to undermine the democratic values that have shaped many nations. In 2025, addressing these inequalities will be a central challenge for policymakers, as they seek to create a more inclusive and equitable global society. Technological advancements are both a source of hope and concern for the future. On the one hand, breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and renewable energy hold the potential to revolutionize industries, improve quality of life, and provide solutions to some of the world's most pressing problems. On the other hand, the rapid pace of technological change raises concerns about job displacement, privacy violations, and the ethical implications of emerging technologies. In 2025, the global community will need to balance innovation with responsibility, ensuring that technological advancements are harnessed for the common good while mitigating potential risks. Finally, the role of global governance and international cooperation will be tested in 2025. With the world facing interconnected challenges, climate change, health crises, geopolitical conflicts, and social inequalities, the need for coordinated action has never been greater. However, the rise of nationalism, protectionism, and isolationist policies poses a significant barrier to effective global governance. In 2025, the question of how to foster greater collaboration and trust among nations will be critical to addressing the challenges of the 21st century. As we embark on the year 2025, the world stands at a crossroads. The challenges ahead are formidable, but they are not insurmountable. With collective will, innovation, and cooperation, humanity can navigate these difficult times and build a more sustainable, just, and prosperous future. However, the path forward will require a concerted effort from all sectors of society, from governments and businesses to individuals and communities. The decisions made in the coming year will have profound implications for the future of our planet and its inhabitants, making 2025 a pivotal moment in history. Nostradamus, the 16th-century French astrologer and physician, is perhaps best known for his cryptic and mysterious prophecies. Throughout history, his predictions have been interpreted in many ways, with some claiming that he foretold major events such as the rise of Napoleon, the French Revolution, and the September 11th attacks. However, the ambiguity of his quatrains, written in the form of rhymed verses, means that they can be applied to a wide variety of scenarios, often leading to a mix of interpretations. As we approach 2025, Nostradamus' writings are once again being examined to decipher what the future might hold. Although his predictions are often vague and open to interpretation, Some patterns emerge, suggesting potential global challenges, natural disasters, and technological advancements. Here are 10 of Nostradamus' most intriguing predictions for the year 2025. Based on the enigmatic verses that have fascinated generations. Natural disasters and climate crisis. Nostradamus has often been linked to predicting catastrophic natural disasters. In 2025, his quatrains seem to suggest that the Earth will experience devastating environmental changes. Many of his prophecies mention great earthquakes, fires, and floods. It's believed that Nostradamus foresaw a time when climate change would lead to rising seas, violent storms, and massive droughts. His warnings could refer to the increasing severity of climate disasters, which are already being felt in many parts of the world. With the urgent need for global cooperation to combat climate change, 2025 could be a critical year in addressing these issues. Technological advancements and AI dominance. Nostradamus also hints at a future where technology takes center stage in society. Some interpreters of his prophecies suggest that the rise of artificial intelligence, AI, and automation will bring profound changes in various sectors, from healthcare to manufacturing. One quatrain refers to machines replacing men, which could be a prediction of the societal and economic shifts that will come with the advent of AI in the workforce. By 2025, we may witness a more widespread integration of AI in daily life, leading to new opportunities and challenges in areas such as ethics, job displacement, and human-computer interaction. Global political instability and conflict. As tensions rise on the global stage, many believe that Nostradamus foresaw the continuation of political unrest and warfare. His quatrains suggest a period of great wars and divided nations. In 2025, we may see ongoing conflicts, particularly in regions such as the Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Asia. With the geopolitical rivalry between global powers like the United States, China, and Russia, as well as rising nationalism and populism, it is possible that Nostradamus' warnings point to a time of heightened political instability, where diplomacy is tested and alliances are redefined. Economic crises and financial collapse. Nostradamus has been associated with prophecies related to financial instability. One of his quatrains speaks of a great collapse in the markets, which many interpret as a prediction of a worldwide economic crisis. The global economy in 2025 might be at a breaking point, with mounting debt, inflation, and the collapse of traditional banking systems. The rise of cryptocurrency and alternative financial models could also play a role in reshaping the financial landscape, potentially disrupting conventional economic systems. The rise of a charismatic leader. One of Nostradamus' most well-known predictions involves the emergence of a powerful and charismatic leader, often referred to as the Antichrist by some interpreters. This figure, according to Nostradamus, would rise to prominence in times of global turmoil, uniting people with a message of hope but ultimately bringing destruction. In 2025, there could be the rise of a leader who will captivate the masses, creating a sense of unity and purpose during a time of crisis. This leader's influence could either bring about positive change or lead to devastating consequences, depending on their true intentions. Advancements in space exploration. Nostradamus also seems to have predicted the rise of space exploration and the human desire to reach beyond Earth. Some of his quatrains refer to the moon's secret and ships traveling through the sky, which could be interpreted as a reference to humanity's exploration of space. By 2025, private companies like SpaceX, along with government programs such as NASA, may make significant strides in space travel, including potential missions to Mars or the establishment of permanent lunar bases. These developments could bring humanity closer to becoming a spacefaring civilization, with profound implications for technology, society, and the future of our planet. Social movements and uprisings. Another of Nostradamus' predictions relates to widespread social movements and revolutions. His writings suggest that societal discontent will lead to uprisings, as people demand greater equality and justice. In 2025, we could see the continuation of movements that have been gaining momentum, such as calls for racial justice, gender equality, and political transparency. As global inequalities persist, social movements may intensify, demanding systemic change and challenging the existing power structures. This could lead to a period of social upheaval as people fight for their rights and push back against oppressive regimes. Rise in religious and spiritual awareness. Nostradamus also speaks of a time when there will be a resurgence of spiritual awareness and religious movements. He predicts that people will seek deeper meaning and connection in the face of societal challenges. In 2025, we may see a revival of interest in spirituality, with individuals turning to religion, philosophy, and meditation for guidance amid the uncertainties of the world. This could manifest in the rise of new spiritual movements or a renewed focus on traditional religious practices as people search for hope and solace in a rapidly changing world. The collapse of the European Union. Some interpretations of Nostradamus' work suggest that the future of the European Union is uncertain. Several quatrains mention the disintegration of great empires and the breakdown of unions between nations. Given the challenges the EU has faced in recent years, from Brexit to the financial crisis, it is possible that 2025 could see further fragmentation of the EU. The rise of nationalist movements within individual European countries may contribute to the weakening of the Union, leading to a reconfiguration of political alliances within Europe. Environmental awakening and global cooperation. Despite his often ominous predictions, Nostradamus also hints at the possibility of a global awakening in the face of environmental crises. He refers to a time when people will unite to protect the Earth, forming new alliances to combat the devastating effects of climate change. By 2025, global cooperation on environmental issues may become a priority, as nations work together to mitigate the effects of global warming and preserve the planet for future generations. This could lead to groundbreaking initiatives in renewable energy, conservation, and sustainable living, marking a turning point in humanity's relationship with the Earth. In conclusion, while Nostradamus' prophecies are notoriously difficult to interpret, many believe that his quatrains provide a glimpse into the future, highlighting the global challenges and transformative events that could shape the world in 2025. Whether these predictions will come to pass remains to be seen, but they serve as a reminder of the uncertainty and complexity of the future. As we move forward into 2025, it is crucial to remain vigilant, adaptable, and committed to building a better, more sustainable world for generations to come. As we delve deeper into the fascinating world of predictions and prophecies, it's crucial to recognize the importance of building a strong community and supporting content creators who bring valuable insights and discussions to the table. Whether it's uncovering the mysteries of Nostradamus, exploring the future through scientific analysis, or simply providing a space for engaging conversations, the role of online communities and content creators cannot be understated. Supporting a channel isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's about participating in the growth and evolution of a shared intellectual journey. Supporting the channel, a mutual benefit. One of the primary reasons why supporting a channel is important is that it creates a mutually beneficial relationship between content creators and their audience. Creators put time, effort, and resources into producing quality content that informs, entertains, and sparks curiosity. However, this process can be incredibly demanding, both mentally and financially. For creators to continue producing content that resonates with their audience, they need encouragement and support. When viewers support a channel, whether through liking videos, subscribing, sharing content, or donating, they directly contribute to the sustainability of the channel. Support allows content creators to reinvest in their projects, improving production quality, expanding their reach, and ensuring the delivery of valuable content in a consistent manner. Moreover, this support fosters a sense of community, making it easier for creators to interact with their audience and better understand their needs, wants, and expectations. Building a strong community, the heart of the channel. The creation of a vibrant and engaged community is just as essential as supporting the channel itself. A community offers a space where individuals with shared interests can come together to exchange ideas, ask questions, and engage in thought-provoking discussions. This interaction not only enriches the content but also provides creators with invaluable feedback, enabling them to improve and evolve. For instance, in the context of a channel focused on prophecies or predictions, an active community can serve as a sounding board for various interpretations, helping the content creator explore different perspectives and enhance the depth of their work. Whether discussing Nostradamus quatrains or analyzing current events, a community helps to bring out diverse viewpoints, enriching the overall dialogue. Moreover, a supportive community fosters a positive environment, where individuals can connect over shared passions without fear of judgment. This sense of belonging encourages more people to join, participate, and contribute, which in turn fuels the growth of the channel. In the age of social media, word of mouth plays a significant role in spreading the reach of a channel. When a community is active and supportive, it naturally attracts more viewers, expanding the channel's influence and impact. Engagement, the key to connection. Engagement is another critical factor that highlights the importance of supporting the channel and building a community. When creators engage with their audience, whether by responding to comments, hosting live Q&A sessions, or creating content based on community feedback, it strengthens the relationship between them and their viewers. This interaction makes the audience feel valued and heard, encouraging them to invest further in the community. Engagement also creates a sense of accountability. Content creators feel motivated to produce high-quality content that aligns with the interests and expectations of their audience. The more engaged the community is, the more the creator is likely to push boundaries, experiment with new ideas, and refine their approach. At the same time, audience members who engage with the content also gain a deeper connection to the material. When viewers actively comment, share their insights, or even create content inspired by the channel, they become more than just passive consumers, they become active participants in the channel's journey. This transformation from viewer to community member enhances the overall experience, making it more enriching for everyone involved. Why support matters more than ever. In today's digital landscape, where content is abundant and attention spans are short, supporting your favorite channel has become more vital than ever. With platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon offering multiple ways for creators to generate revenue and sustain their work, the audience's support has a tangible and direct impact on the survival of the channel. Subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing are simple actions that, when multiplied by a large audience, can create significant momentum. This type of engagement not only boosts visibility on platforms' algorithms but also signals to other potential viewers that the channel is worth watching. It's a way of saying, I believe in this content, and I want to see more of it. For creators, this support is essential for growth. Many creators rely on their audience to help fund their projects, whether through crowdfunding platforms or direct donations. This financial support enables creators to access better equipment, hire collaborators, and invest in marketing to reach more viewers. As a result, the content becomes more polished and professional, attracting an even broader audience. Supporting a channel goes beyond content consumption. Supporting a channel doesn't always have to be monetary. While financial support is invaluable, there are many ways to contribute to a channel's growth without spending money. For instance, simply sharing videos on social media platforms can have a massive impact on a channel's visibility. Word of mouth and recommendations from viewers are incredibly powerful and can help a channel reach individuals who may not have discovered it otherwise. Likewise, viewers can support a channel by leaving thoughtful comments and feedback. Engaging with the content in a meaningful way not only shows appreciation but also helps the creator understand what resonates with their audience. When creators see that their audience is actively engaged and invested in their work, it reinforces their commitment to producing high-quality content. Additionally, viewers can support a channel by promoting a positive environment. In many cases, online communities can become toxic, and creators face criticism and negativity. By fostering a supportive and respectful atmosphere, viewers contribute to the overall health of the community, ensuring it remains a safe and welcoming space for everyone. Building long-term success together. The relationship between content creators and their communities is a two-way street. While creators offer valuable content and insights, the community provides the support and engagement needed to ensure that content thrives. Together, they form the foundation of a channel's long-term success. Ultimately, supporting a channel and building a community isn't just about watching videos or consuming content. It's about creating a space where people can learn, grow, and share ideas in a way that benefits everyone involved. When you support a channel, you're not just helping it survive, you're helping it flourish, expanding its impact and influence in ways that are felt far beyond the digital realm. As we move forward into an increasingly interconnected world, the importance of supporting the channels and communities that shape our understanding of the world has never been clearer. Whether you're interested in predictions, history, science, or any other subject, the strength of the community behind the content can make all the difference in ensuring that valuable discussions continue to thrive and evolve. Your support plays a vital role in that journey. Together, we can help create a more informed, engaged, and connected world. Nostradamus, born Michel de Nostradamus in 1503, is perhaps one of the most famous seers in history. Known for his cryptic quatrains that many believe predict future events. His predictions, written in the 16th century, cover a wide range of topics, from political upheavals to natural disasters. And his influence has endured for centuries. Nostradamus' writings, particularly his book Prophecies, have sparked numerous interpretations over the years, with supporters claiming that his prophecies offer insight into the future, while skeptics argue that they are too vague to be useful. The structure of Nostradamus' prophecies. Nostradamus' prophecies were composed in a series of 942 four-line verses, known as quatrains. These quatrains were written in a mix of languages, including French, Latin, and Greek, and were intentionally vague and poetic. Many believe this was done to protect him from persecution during a time when prophecy and fortune-telling were not widely accepted. The ambiguity of the quatrains has led to a wide range of interpretations, with different readers associating them with various historical and future events. Despite the confusion surrounding the exact meanings of his quatrains, Nostradamus' predictions have captivated the imagination of people for centuries. His works have been linked to events such as the French Revolution, the rise of Napoleon, World War II, and even the September 11th attacks in the United States. Some claim that Nostradamus' writings have predicted the future with startling accuracy, while others argue that his words are too open-ended to make definitive claims. Major predictions and their interpretations. One of the most commonly cited Nostradamus predictions is his supposed foretelling of the rise of Adolf Hitler. In Century 2, Quatrain 24, Nostradamus writes, "From the depths of the west of Europe, a young child will be born of poor people, who will by his speech seduce a great troop, his fame will increase towards the east." This has been interpreted as a reference to Hitler, who rose to power in the early 20th century and brought about the devastation of World War II. Similarly, Nostradamus' predictions are often linked to significant natural disasters, including earthquakes, floods, and plagues. His quatrain, "The great city will be burned at night. The sky will be darkened, and a terrible storm will come," is sometimes connected to the events of September 11th, 2001, although the connection is speculative at best. Nostradamus also made predictions about political events. His quatrain, "The blood of the just will be demanded of London, burned by fire in the year 66" is often seen as a reference to the Great Fire of London in 1666. A major event in British history. Many others interpret his quatrains as predicting wars, revolutions, and other monumental shifts in history. The role of Nostradamus in modern times. While Nostradamus' prophecies were primarily based on his observations of the world around him, many modern readers continue to search for his supposed foresight into contemporary events. The idea that Nostradamus can predict future events has contributed to his lasting popularity. However, as with any prophecy, the interpretation of his quatrains is highly subjective. What one person sees as a foretelling of an event may be seen by another as a mere coincidence or misinterpretation. In the 21st century, Nostradamus' predictions have become more relevant than ever, with some people seeing his quatrains as a warning of future global crises. Many modern readers are particularly interested in his predictions related to natural disasters, global conflicts, and the future of humanity. As climate change, political instability, and technological advancements continue to shape the world, Nostradamus' writings are often revisited as a way to understand the future. Despite the ongoing debate about the accuracy of his predictions, Nostradamus' influence remains undeniable. His legacy continues to shape discussions about fate, the future, and the power of prophecy. Whether viewed as a visionary prophet or a historical curiosity, Nostradamus' predictions continue to captivate the imagination of people around the world. In conclusion, Nostradamus' predictions offer a fascinating window into how humans have tried to understand and predict the future throughout history. His quatrains are enigmatic and open to interpretation, but their lasting appeal lies in their ability to spark curiosity and inspire speculation. As we face an uncertain future, Nostradamus' work serves as a reminder of the human desire to understand what lies ahead. Nostradamus remains one of the most intriguing figures in the history of prophecy and mysticism. Born in 1503, his cryptic quatrains have sparked fascination and debate for centuries. His writings, though veiled in ambiguity, have been interpreted by many as prophetic forecasts of global events, political changes, natural disasters, and even the rise of significant historical figures. The enduring appeal of Nostradamus' predictions lies in their ability to provoke thought and discussion, allowing for a wide range of interpretations depending on one's perspective and the events of the time. Over the years, Nostradamus' prophecies have been tied to major historical events such as the rise of Napoleon, World War II, and the September 11th attacks. However, the vagueness of his quatrains means that the connections drawn between his words and real-world occurrences are often speculative. His prophecies were written in a time of political and religious turmoil, and many believe that he deliberately left his predictions open-ended to avoid persecution. This has contributed to the enduring mystery surrounding his work, as well as the various interpretations that continue to emerge. While some see Nostradamus as a visionary whose prophecies accurately foretold the future, others argue that his quatrains are too cryptic to be reliably interpreted. The complexity of his language and the historical context in which he wrote his predictions allow for a wide range of interpretations. Whether or not his prophecies are truly accurate, they have undeniably captured the imagination of people for generations, fueling speculation about the future and sparking discussions about fate, destiny, and the role of prophecy in shaping human history. Looking ahead to the year 2025 and beyond, Nostradamus' prophecies continue to be referenced by those seeking insight into potential global challenges and transformative events. With ongoing concerns about political instability, climate change, and technological advancements, many turn to his writings in the hopes of understanding the future and preparing for what lies ahead. However, it is essential to approach his predictions with a critical eye, acknowledging that the interpretations of his quatrains are influenced by the context in which they are read and the events of the time. In conclusion, Nostradamus' work remains an enduring source of fascination and intrigue. His prophecies have transcended their original time and place, resonating with people across the centuries. While the accuracy of his predictions may be debated, their impact on cultural history and the collective imagination is unquestionable. As we face an uncertain future, Nostradamus' quatrains serve as both a window into the past and a symbol of humanity's ongoing quest to understand and predict the future.